You must.
That part.
Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby. You must have been a wonderful child when you were only starting to go to kindergarten. I bet you drove the other kids wild. And when they handed out the blue ribbons, I'm sure you showed those other kids how. I can see the judge's eyes when they handed you the prize. I bet you made the cutest bow. Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby, 'cause folks look at them now. It's their birthdays. Yesterday, today. Anybody else got a birthday today? No, see? So that was just for them. Tess and Bob. What's your name? It's Mr. Wardman, but Jerry and Tess. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Yay! Okay, well, and now to our regularly scheduled programming. So, this is half of Winter and Woo. Some of you who were here in June heard that Bob went up to the Great Music Hall in the Sky in May. And so this is the Bob of the day. No, this is John Arcaro, who lives actually in this neighborhood. So he's really happy to be here. And Bob, there's his daughter over there, my former bridge partner, my line dancing class is back here. That lady and my family come from the same part of China. These guys, I'm telling you, it's so nice to see everybody here. So I'm Elaine Woo, and are you ready? Let's go. It's wonderful. It's marvelous that you should care for me and him. It's awful nice. It's paradise. It's what I long to be. You make my life so can't blame me for feeling amorous. It's wonderful. It's marvelous that you should care for me. Take it away, John. It's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. It's awful nice, it's paradise, it's what I long to be. You make my so glamorous. You can't blame me for feeling amorous. It's wonderful. It's marvelous that you It certainly is. So I see a lot of familiar faces, but just in case there are some people who don't know, I'm Elaine Woo, and I used to be a doctor at the Mass General, a doctor who could carry a tune. Then I retired, put down my stethoscope, pick up the microphone, and now I am a singer who can answer your medical questions. Yes, I can. And this is John Arcaro, who is on the faculty at Berkeley and is a neighbor of yours because he lives around these areas too, and he and I are working together. So I wanted to just say a couple of things. We're so glad to be here. It's August 29th, and fall is 3 weeks away. And it feels sort of like that. A New Englander knows what the weather feels like, that there's just a little something in the air that wasn't there. And yet yesterday it was 89 degrees, at least in Newton Center. What was that all about? So we chose as our outfits a combination of summer, which, you can't wear this after Labor Day, and a little fall colors. And so, but first, in honor of yesterday, a little Cole Porter. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight and tilt the cup with my baby tonight. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight, tilt the cup with my baby tonight. But I ain't up to my baby tonight, 'cause it's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to stop at my baby's tonight and blow my top with my baby tonight. I'd like to stop at my baby's tonight, blow my top with my babies tonight. But I'll be a flop with my baby tonight, 'cause it's too darn hot. According to the Kinsey report, every average man we know much prefers to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. But when the thermometer goes way up and the weather is sizzling hot, Mr. Adam for his madam is not. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. 'Cause it's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to call on my baby tonight and give my all to my baby tonight. I'd like to call on my baby tonight, give my all to my baby tonight. But I can't play ball with my baby tonight, 'cause it's too darn hot. I'd like to darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to cool with my baby tonight and something with my baby tonight. Oh yeah. I'd like to cool with my baby tonight, pitch some woo with my baby tonight. But you pitch to my baby tonight, 'cause it's too darn hot. According to the Kinsey report, every average male I know much prefers to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. But when the thermometer goes way up and the temperature's sizzling hot, the GI for his cutie pie for his queen, Mr. Pants, for romance is not. 'Cause it's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn. Now wait a minute. I just want to remind you, it isn't really about the temperature, is it? It's the humidity. Hot. That Cole Porter was so clever. I mean it. The verses for that song goes on for pages and pages. I chose some of them, but I thought that guy just could keep writing. And by the way, talk about fall. So I was on my walk in Newton Center, and these leaves were out there on the street. Now, yesterday they were magnificent, bright red, gold, yellow, and they pooped away. And I was very sad when I saw them this morning, even though I put them in water. But I think that the lesson to learn is beauty is so transient. Beauty and youth. So we're going to do something for fall. You can't miss it. The falling leaves drift by the window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the nights grow long, and still I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. The falling leaves drift by the window. The autumn leaves are red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the hard-earned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the nights grow dabba long, and soon I'll dabba hear old winter song, dabba. But I miss you the most of all. Oh yes, I miss you, my darling. I miss you when all the falling, all the fading leaves of red and gold begin. So who goes to the Pops? Is there anybody who hasn't had the privilege of going to the Boston Pops? I want you to imagine yourself there, maybe in the springtime when they're all wearing their white jackets. And the late Bob used to solo. He was the Pops pianist for 35 years, John Williams for his entire tenure, and half of Keith Lockhart's. So I want to take you there and imagine Bob in his heyday playing this lovely song which they arranged for him to do, Moon River, the quintessential 3/4 waltz song, only we transform it as they did that night. So you get to be Bob Winter. I get to be the Boston Pops. I don't know who has the harder job. Okay. Moon river, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. You dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. Where after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me. Where after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River. You can look that up on YouTube. There it is. There's Bob and the Boston Pops doing that. It's just amazing, just wonderful. Okay, we've done enough with the seasons. And by the way, didn't you have a conversation like we sort of had? What a beautiful day. No, it's not humid. The temperature's perfect, but it was so hot, and we need the water. This is vintage New England. You cannot even have a conversation without dealing with the weather. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. Okay, and now, how to put a smile on your face. Because, times, oh my God, the headlines are just awful, one thing after another. I won't even go into it, but I don't need to. Okay, so here we go. This is a little gift. I want you to think of Dick Van Dyke. Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up, put on a happy face. Take off that gloomy mask of tragedy, it's not your style. You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook, stick out your noble chin, brush off that full of doubt look, put on a happy grin, and spread sunshine all over the place. Yeah, put on a happy face. Now, if I were Dick Van Dyke, see me dancing or something, like I'm not. Enough. Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up, put on a happy face. And if you're feeling cross and bitterish, don't mope or whine. Think of banana splits and licorice, and you'll be fine. I once knew a girl so gloomy, she didn't dance or sing. She never listened to me, and now she's a mean old thing. So spread sunshine all over the place. Yeah, put on a happy, put on a happy, put on a happy face. Now, by the way, what you just heard at that end thing there was what they call the Count Basie ending. Everybody knows that. Of course, I didn't need to tell you that. So I'm going to invite John to give us a little moment. You want to tell him about that?
Oh, sure.
Oh, why not?
Why not? Well, I'm lucky enough to have Count Basie for me was just a hero, one of many heroes in jazz and popular music too, throughout the country. I mean, jazz and swing was formerly dance music of another generation, a previous generation. And so he was a big star with his big band. And he kind of popularized that particular way of ending a song. And I'll maybe illustrate it again. But I have this, I'm lucky to have a little personal Count Basie story. I had seen him as a kid with my dad perform live at the Boston Globe Jazz Festival in Boston at the Heinz Auditorium, well, the War Memorial Auditorium, that it was originally called, if some of you remember that, which still exists deep in the basement of the new Heinz, is this old auditorium. So I saw Count Basie there with his big band, and many other people, Duke Ellington and Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and everybody that I loved, grew to love. And so years, decades later, with my band that I had during college and after college, we were playing a wedding at Hugo's Lighthouse. If anybody knows that in Cohasset, I don't think it still exists. You remember, though, it was famous for seafood and right on the water. And whenever Count Basie came here, the story was that he loved to go to Hugo's to have dinner, to have lobster, I believe. I mean, they were famous for that. So my band was playing in a room, and sure enough, we heard that Count Basie was in the house, so it was in our head. And there was a walkway outside of the room where we were playing, and I saw Count Basie walking by with an entourage, and I was leading the band and playing. We were playing a swing set of, it happened to be Duke Ellington tunes. But I said, okay, follow me. And as Count Basie walked by, the door was open, and he could hear us. And I ended the set with his ending. And Count Basie looked at me and gave me one of these. So from that moment on, my life was complete. I was still pretty young. I was probably, I don't know if you know that story, Bonnie.
It'll be fuel before your daughter or your grandchild.
I don't think my daughter knows it, but Bonnie is here. And so that just completed my life, and it still does. And occasionally, well, I won't tell the rest of the story. No.
We want you to play a tune.
She wants me to play a tune. Here you go. I'll play a tune. And now for my...
Life is so busy. I thought that was going to be a Count Basie ending.
That was kind of a quasi Count Basie ending. But Count Basie played that tune. That was called Like Someone to Love.
Yeah,
And
lovely
also
tune.
Sarah Vaughan sang that tune. And I was very influenced
Great
by that.
tune.
When I was a young guy, hearing her version of that. You can look it up on YouTube.
You can
Sarah
look
Vaughan
everything
live
up.
at the London House in Chicago, 1957 maybe.
Okay, moving right along.
Yes.
This next tune was written by Johnny Mercer, and I just learned about it. It wasn't written for any play or musical or movie or anything, which was so much the case in the times in the late 30s when this song was written. But he just happened to be on a train to Chicago from California, and this song came to him.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh, well. Meanwhile, while he's looking for
No, you know, I just...
When he's looking for it, I'll just tell you there's a mailing list in case you want to, be notified of where you can find us. And I made a list of gigs that are coming up that are open to the public in case you want to,
I'm good.
look us up. Are you ready, man? Okay. I took a trip on a train and I thought about you. We passed a shadowy lane and I thought about you. 2 or 3 cars parked under the stars, a winding stream. Moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam, same old dream. And with each stop that we made, oh, I thought about you. And when I pulled down the shade, then I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack, I looked at the track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? I thought about you. Took a trip on a train, oh yeah, and I thought about you. And when I turned to the train, I really felt blue. Oh, 2 or 3 cars parked under the skies, a winding stream. Moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam, same old dream. And with each stop that we made, I thought about you. When I pulled down the shade, then I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack, I looked at the track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? What did I do? Oh, what did I do? I thought about you. Okay, here's another love song. And why not love songs? First of all, why not love songs, really? But 75% of the Great American Songbook is love songs. So I figure if we devote a couple of our choices, it wouldn't be such an awful thing. This one is by Rodgers and Hart, musical called Jumbo. But it was made famous about 30 years later by Doris Day. Yeah. I wonder if he's playing the same piece that I hope to sing.
I remember.
My romance doesn't have to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need a blue lagoon standing by. No month of May, no twinkling stars, no hideaway, no soft guitars. My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain, or a dance to a constantly surprising refrain. Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance doesn't need a thing but you. No month of May, no twinkling stars, no hideaway, no trio of soft guitars. My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain, or a dance to a constantly surprising refrain. Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance, my romance doesn't need a thing but you. Doesn't need a thing but you. So if love doesn't do it for you in these terrible times, how about hope? So during the depths of COVID, and can you believe that was 4 years ago, and we were about 5 months or 6 months into the quarantine isolation with over a year more to go in Massachusetts. If you had known at that point that you were still going to be in isolation 1 year later, how would you have felt? Good thing we didn't know, really. But I remembered we were having Zoom conversations, me and my friends everywhere, and one of them said, now that you're a singer, do you have a song that could give you hope in these terrible times? And I said yes, without a moment's hesitation. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun step beyond the rail. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where sorrow melts like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where sorrow melts like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, sure sing. Sky bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? If pretty little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Doesn't that just give you hope? Now, for no good reason except that Harold Arlen wrote that song. He and, oh, come on, what was that? The lyricist, Harold Arlen and, I'm counting on you to know that, E.Y. Harburg. So, about 15 years later, I mean, Harold Arlen is now more famous than, well, as famous as the Gershwin brothers and Irving Berlin. So he gets asked by Truman Capote to write the music for a musical called The House of Flowers. This musical was came out in 1954. Oh man, big time. Truman Capote, Harold Arlen, Pearl Bailey, Juanita Hall, fresh from her role as Bloody Mary in South Pacific, Ray Walston, choreography by Jeffrey Holder and the young Alvin Ailey, and an ingenue, 19 years old, Diane Carroll. I mean, this thing should have run forever. 165 performances later, gone. And the only thing that made it out was this one song about how do you know when it's really love, called Sleepin' Bee. When you're in love and you you are wondering if he really is the one, here's an ancient sign to tell you that your search is over and done. Catch a bee, and if he don't sting you, you're in a spell that's just begun. It's a guarantee till the end of time that your true love you have won, have won. When a bee lies sleeping in the palm of your hand, just be when you see the summer sky with the morning dew, as the days go laughing by and love comes a-calling on you. Sleep on, bee, don't wake, and can't believe what just passed. He's mine for the taking, I'm so happy at last. Well, maybe I dream, but he seems sweet, golden as a crown. Sleeping bee done told me I walks with my feet off the ground, 'cause he's my true love now. Sleeping bee, don't wake and can't believe what just passed. He's mine for the taking, I'm so happy at last. Well, maybe I dream, but he seems sweet, golden as a crown. Sleeping bee done told me I walks with my feet off the ground, 'cause he's my true love. He's my one true love I've found. Sleeping bee. Coming down the home stretch. Last week was Leonard Bernstein's birthday, August 25th. So I felt like it was a good time to sing this song. It's called Some Other Time, and it was in the musical On the Town, about 3 soldiers who get 24 hours leave in New York City. New York, New York. So they head off the ship, and 24 hours later they have met some girls, and now they got to go back on the ship. And the song is written for them to, comment about, geez, we hardly had any time at all. Time went so fast. But for some reason, this song was so touching that for many people, it also is a song that's appropriate when somebody you care about has passed. I mean, for good. And it has that kind of meaning. See what you think. "24 hours can go so fast. You look around, a day has passed. you're in love. Time is precious stuff. Even a lifetime isn't enough. Where has the time all gone to? Haven't done half the things we want to. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. This day was just a token. So many words are still unspoken. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Just as the fun is starting, comes the time for parting. So let's be glad for what we've had and what's to come. There's so much more embracing still to be done, but time is racing. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Now as the fun's beginning, comes the final inning. So let's be glad for what we've had and what's to come. There's so much more embracing still to be done, but time is racing. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Thank you, Leonard. Okay, a little infrastructure song to see our way out. Bobby Troop wrote this one. The band was heading across the country. They'd made it to Chicago, and already the band was grumbling, boy, when is this tour over? They had to get to LA. And so he wrote this song with hitting all the big cities that they were going to be performing in. Now, some not so big. It's just to, so they could sort of chart their progress. 1, 2, 3. If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Now you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. You'll sea. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, St. Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip when you make that California trip? Get your kicks on Route 66. Take it away, John. Now you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Oh, you get here to this timely tip when you make that California trip. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks, baby, kicks on 66. One more time. Get those kicks on Route 66. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God, we had 30 seconds to spare.
Hey, can we choose a song?
What? Oh,
Can we choose a song?
you want to choose a song? Uh-oh. What is it?
Sarah, Sarah.
Oh God, I don't know the words to that one, but you could play it. Well, one quick little thing. You got 15 seconds.
Do you know the words or no?
When I was just a little girl. Come on, anybody. Here's what this sounds to me. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, the future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Sure, do the chorus again. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. You're Italian. You should have known that in Italian. Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming. Mailing list over there. Aw, good to us.